dann können wir loslegen. Jetzt bin ich ja mal gespannt, wie es weitergeht, nachdem Phoenix in den Abgrund gestürzt ist. Ich meine, gut, wir haben ja schon in diesem Fall, der zwischen dem davor und diesem jetzt spielte, haben wir gesehen, dass er auf meinem Krankenhaus liegt. Text weg. Oh. Vergesse es auch immer wieder. Stimmt, ich habe auch noch überlegt, ob ich mein Bild irgendwo anders hinpacken kann. Wobei oben rechts ist irgendwie immer so typisch. Haben die meisten, glaube ich. Ich glaube, manche haben es auch unten links. Ich will es ja jetzt auch nicht so machen wie alle anderen. Ich will es nur so machen, dass es nicht im Weg ist. Aber gucken. Ring, ring. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, wer da spricht, also sage ich einfach mal ganz normal. Who could that be at this time of night? Edgeworth! Oh, cool. Yes, Edgeworth speaking.
Edgy, get up. It's an emergency.
Huh? Larry? Do you know what time it is?
It's not Larry. It's Loris. Loris Junim.
Ah. Hat jetzt direkt nachdem Phoenix da runtergefallen ist, das Payphone da benutzt, um Edgeworth anzurufen. This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and...
Wait, don't hang up. It's an emergency. It's Nick. He took a really nasty spill.
Echt mal. Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so...
I'm not joking. His life is in danger.
What? What happened? Tell me.
Talk about a guy with bad luck. He may already be dead. Anyway, you've got to come back. You're the only one that can help. My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help.
Alright, I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can.
I'm at the detention center. Please, hurry.
It's been 1 year since I left that country. Stimmt, er ist ja erstmal weggegangen, ne? I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion, as if I expected anything to change. Februar, 20 nach 2. Detention Center Visitors Room.
You're late, Edgy. What took you so long?
I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Ja, da sollte man sich wirklich nicht über bis zu spät beschweren. Warum steht hier eigentlich OBS verwendet mein Mikrofon? Das hat es doch sonst auch immer gemacht. Oder nimmt es nebenbei auch noch von der Webcam irgendwas auf? Nee, tut's nicht. Eine Sache will ich noch eben hier einstellen. Das sollte... Genau, und dann so.
Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise, and Nick's, Maya, and Iris's bikini. Say something edgy.
Iris's Bikini? Ich glaube, er meinte Sister Bikini und Iris. Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid right a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. Oh, Tag, du hast auch noch nicht viel verpasst. Kommst gerade richtig. Es fing bisher nur damit an, dass Larry bzw. Loris Edgeworth angerufen hat und dazu gezwungen hat, herzukommen, und Edgeworth ist mit einem Private Jet hergeflogen. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Junim. Ja, genau, das hast du auch noch verpasst. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest.
Yes, that's right. You got it. But they arrested her, my sweet little Iris.
And here I was, convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for.
What are you talking about?
They're things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other, he couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is. Could he? Oh, shit. Echt jetzt?
I'm begging you, Iris' trial starts tomorrow. With Nick out of the picture, you're all I've got left.
Spielen wir Edgeworth als Verteidiger? Cool ist das denn?
You're the only one that can represent her.
What did you just say?
You know, represent, defend. What were you expecting? Why do you think I called you anyway?
I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who...
Don't talk to me like a kid. I graduated from junior high, you know. Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell.
But I
mean, I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before.
Yeah, that's true. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such a decay?
Please, Edgy, at least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story.
So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. Hello.
Thank you for coming. My name is Iris.
You mean Dahlia? Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Lawler said that he might even die.
Fortunately, he will be fine. But he'll probably like crossing bridges even less than before now. Larry, you moron, how could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he's unharmed.
Thank goodness.
Well, he's caught some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. Yes, well. Schönes Pianolied. Spielen wir Edgeworth, wie cool. The guard is glaring at me. If someone glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor is what I was taught.
Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth?
Huh? Oh, excuse me. The camera is glaring at me. If someone glares at you, it's only polite.
Something bothering you?
Huh? Oh, excuse me. Na gut, dann reden wir mal mit dir. Iris. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then?
I have committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there, and why I continue to train, to purify my soul.
Night of the crime. I want to ask you about last night. The night of the crime.
Alright. I helped to clean up after dinner, and then went back to my room at about 8. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10.
Bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
And then... I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. So what do you mean, you were frightened? You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder.
Yes.
However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? Oh shit. Bam. What in the world? Sie sieht das jetzt zum ersten Mal.
Is there something wrong?
No, I'm just hallucinating. I'm sorry, it's nothing. Looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The Psycho-Locks. War das nicht eher Psych-Locks? I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something. Well, pretty sure it's not gonna work yet, but let's see what it says. Also dann, Szene nur 2. I was frightened. Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers, understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe the case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room? Okay, da fällt mir jetzt überhaupt nichts ein. Da haben wir also tatsächlich noch nichts. Ich guck mal eben, was hier alles steht. Attorney's badge. Received from Wright. He wasn't serious when he gave this to me, was he? Received from Wright, the Magatama. Something about reading people's hearts. What utter nonsense. Hanging Scroll shows Misty Faye, Master of the Kurain Technique. Oh, das können wir sogar angucken. Mhm. Iris's hood. Received before the lights of Bell the night of the crime. Protects from evil spirits. There's a good temple map. Oh, Cult und das Foto. Gut. Ja, dann sprechen wir erstmal noch sie auf das letzte an. Any idea? So do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't. And I am
certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Junim?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Okay, kein Psych-Lock. Those Psycho, ich find's witzig, dass er das Psycho-Lock nennt. Those Psycho-Lock things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying.
Huh. What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that is about all that you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. You asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes, at the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you.
If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know Wright?
Why would you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you?
He's a very dear and indispensable friend. Wow. Dass das mal sagt.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him.
I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. Na, kann sie jetzt wohl schlecht machen, wenn sie gerade hinter Gittern sitzt. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well, I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. Cool, wir spielen Edgeworth. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. Goodbye. Oh. Okay, die Brücke ist jetzt erstmal unpassierbar. It sure is cold, alright. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Oh nein. Oh, was bestimmt Larry. Oder? Oh wow, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Long time no see. It's been about a year, or has it been longer?
It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter, and what does matter, is why you're shuffling around up here.
Oh, ouch. And there's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct? A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard.
I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir.
Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe. He's impossible to get rid of.
I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty.
Great. Thank you, Detective.
I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you.
Prosecutor Godot? Bum bum bum. What happened? I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case.
It's simple. Well,
simple as simple does, as they say.
Oh, you've got no idea how much I've missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing.
A witness?
Yeah, that bikini lady.
Bikini lady? Here, on this freezing cold mountain.
Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir.
I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. Schwesterscheu, genau. Dusky Bridge. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through.
Yep, I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross, is how it goes, right? Or was that lead?
And is there something on the other side?
Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir.
What?
Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem.
Ist Maya nicht da drüben?
But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training and now they're stuck there.
Genau. Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey.
Oh no, her again. Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir.
Will she be alright in this cold? So how did this bridge burn down anyway?
We're almost 100% sure it was lightning.
Lightning? Okay, erstmal jetzt Godot. So, who's this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy.
What kind of a man is he?
He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good.
If by good you mean crazy, I will agree. If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case?
You bet he is. After all, you know who was right in the middle of it.
You know who?
Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godot has really got it in for Mr. Wright.
Oh.
Yeah, he seems to have some kind of grudge.
And what would be the cause of this grudge?
I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something.
None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Godot myself. So you're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning?
Yep, last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck.
Okay, weather data. A regional weather report for the night of the crime. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Ja, dann lass uns mal reingucken. Eagle Mountain weather data for February 7. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge, ich hätte jetzt fast Disney Bridge gelesen aus irgendeinem Grund, at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. Okay.
Almost too detailed.
It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge.
Oh, well, we got that information from the witness's testimony.
Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness?
Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir.
Okay. Haben wir noch irgendwas?
Oh, what's that thing doing in your lipo, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is it really that odd?
You bet it is, sir. A prosecutor wearing a defense attorney's badge is like a detective with a license to kill.
Does this little thing hold that ominous of a meaning? Have you ever seen this thing before?
Hey, thanks a lot. I was getting kind of hungry.
Okay. Ich glaube, Gamschuh hat gerade unser Magatama gegessen. Ist, vielleicht nicht so gut.
What are you doing, detective? Ugh. I thought it was some kind of candy that would fill me up, sir. Lately I've been feeling so hungry all the time.
Der arme Kerl. Bist du eigentlich auch da, Patrick? Ich hab dich im Chat gesehen, aber irgendwie bin ich mir nicht sicher. Der Chat zeigt ja mittlerweile alles Mögliche an. Ich hoffe mal, dass der... Ah, cool. Okay. Cool. Jetzt, eigentlich müsste man jetzt so Magatama-Bonbons herstellen und als Merchandise verkaufen. Maybe his salary has been cut just a little too much.
Look, I'm just your everyday simple idiot detective. Don't ask me such tough questions, okay?
It's not something to be proud of, detective. Okay. Okay. Lieber einmal alles durchgehen, bevor wir was verpassen. Oh. Was war das jetzt? Ich spule einmal vor und dann mache ich es nochmal.
There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't know anything, really.
That's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author?
I bet it was just one of those things, you know. She probably never expected to get so popular.
Okay. Und da gibt's wieder nichts. Irgendwas mit Profilen?
Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents.
I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet, but you could say the exact same thing about him. Your face is more drawn out than the last time I saw you over a year ago.
Really? I thought so.
No, wait. It's not so much drawn out as weary and tired, or maybe just plain old thin.
I thought that too, sir. My salary's been kind of on the low end. So yeah, my food options have been kind of non-existent.
Meine Güte. Wieso überlebt er überhaupt noch?
Off-brand chicken soup, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread, that sort of stuff.
Well, I thought you were really into instant noodles last year.
I got really sick of the stuff after a while, sir.
Arme Kerl. Können Sie mich wieder ein bisschen mehr bezahlen?
He's supposed to be Miss Elise Junior's apprentice or something.
I see.
Yeah, he drew a nice portrait of me.
That's nice.
But he made me pay him 50 cents for it.
I'm sorry about that.
You don't seem very interested in him, Mr. Edgeworth.
I really don't want to talk about him, to be honest. That's why. Okay, das ist derselbe Text wie vorhin. I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she?
Nope, can't be. We did a database search for their fingerprints and came up with nothing.
Huh. That's odd. I see. I just can't shake this nagging feeling.
Well, everyone knows that you're quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger.
The detective, where did you hear such nonsense from?
I didn't hear it from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir.
Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? Naja, du weißt doch, wie Oldback auf dich reagiert hat, wobei Oldback ist jetzt vielleicht nicht so das prime example of the female masses. So, was mit ihm? I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school, but I've never seen or heard of this person.
I gotta admit, he's puzzling alright. He just appeared one day, big mug of steamy coffee in his hand.
He sounds like an interesting man.
Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is really into double espresso macchiato lately.
Okay, das war mal alles. Mal gucken, ob wir noch irgendwas hier untersuchen können. Wir wollen ja nichts verpassen.
There's a little shack down that way called Heavenly Hall.
A shack?
Well, it's like a rundown doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing drafts of wind. Kinda reminds me of my apartment.
Oh Gott, my apartment. Dann ist das doch nicht Hasakura Tempel? Ich dachte, dieses Heavenly Hall. Also ich dachte bisher, das Heavenly Hall zeigt halt in die Richtung von dem Tempel. Und Heavenly Hall ist dann halt so die Haupthalle von dem Tempel, ne? Deswegen hat man einfach Heavenly Hall statt Hasakura Tempel draufgeschrieben. Aber das klingt ja jetzt tatsächlich eher so, als wäre Hasakura Tempel nochmal was anderes. Und dieses Zeichen führt irgendwo anders hin, was wir gar nicht auf der Karte sehen. Weil der Tempel ist ja jetzt nicht irgendwie Little Shack, so eine kleine Hütte gewesen. The name Heavenly Hall makes it sound like a palace.
Giving a hovel a great name is a crime itself. I'd call it false advertising. By the way, the name of my apartment complex is Common Castles.
That's not such a great name, if you ask me.
Well, it's not such a great apartment either, sir.
So this is the bridge, right? Trying to cross.
Pretty reckless, if you ask me.
I'm amazed he survived the fall from up here.
Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir. Now I see how he manages to win his cases in court. Blind luck.
I mean, you're not completely wrong there. I'd say it's a mixture of both. Luck and skill. I think dumb luck suits right just a bit better. Dankeschön. It looks like a pretty good distance to that far cliff.
Yeah, it's gonna be around 100 yards or so.
Detective, that's not even close to 100 yards.
Well, I gotta admit, I'm not very good at judging distances.
Brauchst du vielleicht eine Brille? It's about 20 yards or so and impossible to cross without a bridge, it seems.
Hey, it's a public phone. You don't see a lot of these anymore.
That's true.
Since we've got one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento?
Yeah, why don't we not do that? Well, sure, why not?
Oh darn, I don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir.
What's so special about public phones, and why is he so fascinated by them? Some letters are widely engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Dusky Bridge. It certainly is an appropriate name.
You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. I can see how you read it wrong, though, sir.
You're the one who needs glasses, Detective. Try reading it one more time.
You're right. It's Dusky Bridge after all. I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake.
Ja, das ist bestimmt die Erklärung dafür. Ich glaube, sonst ist hier nichts mehr. Nee, okay. Ja, cool, dann können wir jetzt gar nicht darüber. Das heißt, Maya ist immer noch da drüben. Ist Maya dann tot? Oder so? Ich meine, sie sollte doch die ganze Nacht auf Eis verbringen. Aber Iris sollte eigentlich rübergehen. Ich nehme mal an, dass Iris rübergehen sollte, unter anderem, um wenigstens ein bisschen Feuer noch nebenan zu machen. Und halt aufzupassen, dass nichts passiert. Aber da Iris ja behauptet, sie wäre nie rübergegangen, was ist denn jetzt mit Maya? Vor allem, ja, ich meine, selbst wenn Maya irgendwann aufgehört hat, auf dem Eis rumzusitzen, weil sie vielleicht merkt, dass keiner kommt und irgendwas passiert ist, wird es doch trotzdem schweinekalt da gewesen sein. Und jetzt ist sie immer noch da. Und es hieß auch, dass es den ganzen Tag immer noch niemand gibt, der da rüberkommt, um sie abzuholen. Und er steht hier und grinst sich ein, ne? February 8. Hasakuda Temple, Main Gate. Oh, na, oh, können wir direkt wieder gehen.
Yo, Edgy, what took you so long?
Hier war kalt, deswegen hat sie die Brücke. Aber es hieß doch, die Brücke wurde vom Blitz getroffen. Wobei mir das immer noch ein bisschen komisch vorkommt. Ich meine, was ein seltsamer Zufall, ne? Ich hab irgendwie das Gefühl, die hat jemand absichtlich angezündet und dann behauptet, es wäre der Blitz gewesen oder so.
I'm so cold, my brain's turned to sherbet.
I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country.
What do you mean?
Right is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder.
Hey, wait a sec. Hold it. Objection. What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and
What kind of lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney, just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore.
Dude, Edgy, I don't see you for a couple of years, and your heart turns to sherbet.
I'd say more like sorbet. It is rather cold here.
Iris didn't murder her. Someone else did it. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one.
Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton. On to right, that is. Okay, Iris.
Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent?
Come on, a girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer.
I was right after all. I should never have come back.
No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest.
Muss man sich mal vorstellen, man selbst ist der Hauptgrund, warum jemand anders in das Land nicht mehr rein möchte, in dem man gerade ist. Das schaffst du, Larry. If I had a penny for every time he said that.
Nah, it's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. And you can't force things too much, know what I mean?
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry.
Oh, forget it. I didn't say anything.
Night of the crime. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry?
What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it?
What?
Get lost, go back on your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep. I hope your plane crashes and you die.
Jeez, I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? Oh no. What? As I suspected, psycho locks.
I'm sorry, man. You know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude.
Well, okay.
Come to think of it, when you were a kid, you were always saying,
When I grow up, I want to be a lawyer and defend people.
something like that.
Stimmt, das wurde auch im ersten Teil gesagt. Er wollte doch früher immer Defense Attorney werden. Er hat ja auch Phoenix als Kind in der Klasse verteidigt. Deswegen hat Phoenix ja später so entsetzt, dass er auf einmal so eiskalt geworden ist und zum Prosecutor stattdessen wurde. Falls ihr euch nicht selbst daran erinnert. Aus Teil 1. That was a long time ago.
But see, now you've got the chance to follow your boyhood dream for a day. Edgy, you've got to do it. You got to save my little Iris.
He's not your little Iris. Oh, this is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Oh shit, ich wollte... Stimmt ja, jetzt starte ich ja direkt das hier. Na gut, können wir direkt mal gucken, was wir dafür so brauchen. Zumindest als erstes. Night of the crime. Alright, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night, or I'm gonna rip your fucking head off. Oh, sorry, I mean...
Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk.
Huh? That was a bit too easy.
Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. And around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, the wood in front of me went white. Like I just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi.
And then,
And then it was on fire. The bridge was on fire.
Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes?
Yeah, why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth.
There are still 3 Cyclops remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen?
Where you see? What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question.
I was in my own room, but the main hall. Where else would I be?
As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there.
There? What do you mean there?
It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike Dusky Bridge from your room.
Echt?
Oh. Stimmt doch, eigentlich das hier, oder? This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple.
What am I looking for?
I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees, and it's impossible to see the bridge from there.
What? Why didn't you tell me that before?
Well, how about it?
How about what?
Do you feel like talking now?
About what?
It looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me no choice, I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then where were you?
You don't know that I wasn't in my room.
So where was Larry and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory. The place you witnessed lightning striking Dusky Bridge from was wahrscheinlich irgendwo hier.
Not much, I guess.
I'm sorry, but what kind of answer is that?
Well, you were just making small talk, right? Like, how are you doing or something?
Larry, look at the expression on my face. Do I look like I was just making small talk?
To be honest, no. I guess not.
Okay, das war wohl nicht richtig. Na gut, dann, weiß ich nicht. Don't have enough information, need to gather more evidence. Yep. Kann ich dir noch was präsentieren?
I know it may not look like it, but I'm an artist. I refuse to look at anything that doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motive.
He didn't even give it a glance. Okay, das selber. Gut. Bin ich eigentlich ganz froh drüber, wenn ich... Oh, shit. Sorry, nochmal.
I still can't believe it. She was such a great person. But someone's pinning this murder on my sweet little Iris. Edgy, please. I'm counting on you.
Well, frankly, I was hoping you could give me a little more than that.
Well then, I got it. I'll draw you a portrait. How about that?
Since you're kind enough to offer, alright. Oh Gott, bitte nicht. Okay, dazu nix.
He was a good guy. Real pal to the end. When I look back now, I have nothing but good memories.
What's with the past tense? He's not dead, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, the guy owes me. After all, I saved his life.
What is that supposed to mean?
If I hadn't called for help so quickly, he would have died. It's no surprise, though. I used to be a security guard. It was all instinct, baby.
He has a point. He called me pretty quickly, too. I think Larry's pretty good at motivating people. I just wish he would try motivating himself once in a while. True. Okay, nichts zu Gumshoe. Und was zu dir selbst?
Huh? Me? All you have to know is to remember not to call me Larry anymore.
What?
I'm a new person now. I've been reborn as Louise Jr.
Alright, fine. Let me ask you something else then. Larry.
Call me Larry. You don't. Then I'll call you
Was? Miley's Jr.? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, that's fine. I have a feeling that she's hiding something.
Could be. After all, she's sign gets embarrassed pretty easily.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Why not? Look, I know all about this kind of thing. Come on, Edgy. You're a guy once.
You were a guy once, so I'm not.
Lots of girls are like Iris, you know I'm right.
Well, you most certainly seem to have convinced yourself.
Man, I love shy girls like her. It's just so cute, you know what I mean?
Still doesn't listen to others, I see. I guess some people just never change. Okay, zu dem auch nichts, ne? Dann gehen wir mal weiter. Hier noch irgendwas. Ich glaube, hier gab's das. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains.
So, that just gave me a great idea.
Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not.
I've got an idea for a brand new invention. It might even make me rich.
An invention?
Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. I'll call it a snow car. So what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride or something like that?
Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. That must be the main hall back there.
Brilliant deduction, sir.
Are you trying to flatter me, Detective Gumshoe?
Rolling use of suspense to build up the tension, sir.
According to Wright, the head nun has some important information. I can't miss the opportunity to speak with her. I can see a small bell tower from here.
Hey, that just reminded me. There's something I've always wondered about.
Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not.
We call a person who tells a liar, right? So why don't we call a person who rings a beller? A truer for a guy who tells the truth. Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight.
I had no idea he was such a deep thinker. Oh, this gate looks quite old, strong enough to resist the weight of time.
That's the Mr. Edgeworth, I know. You got a real flair for words, sir.
I've always appreciated this kind of old times elegance.
That's exactly how I feel too. Take this coat, for example. Like a fine wine, it gets better with age.
Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point, though. I suggest you wash that atrocious rag you call the coat, detective. Echt mal.